Welcome, students. So, today we are going to learn another important trend, big data. What is big data? Can you all think? Big data. The answer is in the word itself. Big means a lot and data. So, nowadays, technology is making an inroad into every sphere of our lives, and data is being produced at a colossal rate. Today, there are over a billion internet users, and a majority of world's traffic, web traffic, comes from smartphones. This picture shows the amount of data that is produced in just 60 seconds, and this is of 2019. This is the current pace of data. Around 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are created each and every day. And this pace is increasing with the continuous evolution of Internet of Things. So when there is so much data that's created, it results in generation of data sets of enormous volume and complexity. And this is called big data. This kind of data cannot be processed and analyzed using traditional methods. The big data deals with storage, processing, and analyzing the massive data stored in across the world in various organizations and data centers. It includes self-service data preparation, the cloud, Internet of Things, data as a service, and embedded analytics. These technologies have emerged in big data in the coming years. The technologies that have emerged in big data are real-time solutions that will expand. Traditional database of the world will revolutionize, and self-service big data applications will emerge. This is the future of big data. Now, this kind of data cannot be processed and analyzed using traditional processing tools because the data is not only voluminous but also unstructured. We have posts, we have instant messages, we have chats, we have photographs that we share through so many sites, our tweets, blog articles, news items, opinion polls, the comments, audio video chats. All of this is creating data. And this data is not only voluminous, but it is also unstructured. So big data does not only represent volume, it also involves lots of big challenges like integration, storage, analysis, searching, processing, transfer, querying, and visualization of such data. So there are big challenges that big data comes with. This big data more often holds very important and rich information and knowledge, which has high business value. And so, there are keen efforts in developing softwares and methods to process and analyze this kind of data. Okay, so let's see a short video for this.
The time of spreadsheets is over. A Google search, a passport scan, a barcode reading in a supermarket, your online shopping history, an EKG reading, CCTV footage, a photo of a sandwich, voice message, a tweet. All of these contain data that can be collected, analyzed, and monetized. Supercomputers and algorithms allow us to make sense of increasingly larger amounts of information in real time. In less than 10 years, CPUs are expected to reach the processing power of the human brain. A survey done by the Global Agenda Council on the future of software and society shows that people expect artificial intelligence machines to be part of a company's board of directors by 2016. There is a good chance that in 15 years, your job is going to be performed by computers, since decisions once based on experience and intuition will be made through machine analysis of massive amounts of data. Think about a vehicle that is able to read its environment and react accordingly, much like a human driver, but also analyzing other sources of information that will make the trip safer, faster, and more efficient. Analyzing vast amounts of medical data from different locations and demographics will allow to determine which conditions improve the effectiveness of certain treatments and which don't. Big data analysis will reveal patterns and connections that will vastly improve most human activities. But it will also create very detailed profiles for all of us, including information that we'd rather keep private. Will big data make privacy obsolete, or will it bring transparency, accountability, and progress?
Very important question. Will it make privacy obsolete, or will it bring transparency? Very important question. That was big data. That brings us to our next topic, the characteristics of data. So big data follow 5 major characteristics. Those are volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and value. Volume, variety, velocity, veracity, value, and variability. There are 6 V's on your screen, but in your books, there are only 5. You can learn these 6. So, these are the 6 major characteristics of big data. Big data is a collection of data from various sources, often characterized by what's become known as the 3 V's: volume, variety, and velocity. Over time, other V's have been added to the description of big data. Volume is the amount of data from myriad sources. Variety is the type of data, whether it is structured, semi-structured, unstructured, etc. Velocity is the speed at which the data is being generated. Veracity is the degree to which that big data can be trusted. Value is the business value of the data that is being collected. And variability is the ways in which big data can be used and formatted. Value is the most prominent characteristic of big data. It is the data set of such large size that it is very difficult to process it with traditional DBMS, that is database management system tools. And so it has been termed as big data. Velocity. Velocity represents the rate at which the data is being generated and stored. Big data has an exponentially higher rate of generation than its traditional data sets. Variety. Variety asserts that a data set has varied data, such as structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. Examples can be text, images, videos, web pages, and so on. Veracity. Veracity is that big data can sometimes become inconsistent. It can be biased or noisy, and there can be abnormality in the data or issues with the data collection methods. So veracity refers to with the trustworthiness of the data, because processing incorrect data will definitely give wrong results and can lead and mislead us and give false interpretation. Value is that big data is just not a big pile of data, but also possess to have hidden patterns and useful knowledge which can be of high business value. There is a cost of investment of resources in processing big data. We should make a preliminary inquiry to see the potential of the big data in terms of value discovery, or else our efforts could go in vain. So this is the 5 values that we have discussed: volume, variety, value, velocity, and veracity. Veracity checks the trustworthiness of the data. It looks for inconsistencies and uncertainty in data. Velocity is with the speed of accumulation of data. Value checks its usefulness. Variety looks at the different formats of data, and volume deals with the amount of data. This brings us to the next part, that is data analytics. Now, data analytics is the process of examining data sets in order to draw conclusions about the information they contain with the aid of specialized systems and software. The data analytic technologies are becoming more popular by the day. There are 5 major trends in data analytics. It's used for predictive analytics, augmented data management and analytics, conversational analytics, IoT, we are going to learn soon, Internet of Things, plus analytics, and blockchain. The data analytics are currently being used in commercial industries to enable organizations to make more informed business decisions. It's also used in the field of science and technology. It is useful for researchers to verify or disprove scientific models, theories, and hypotheses. The programming language that we are going to learn, Python, it has a library called Pandas, which is a very useful tool to make data analysis much simpler. This brings us to the last topic of the day that has been mentioned earlier twice: Internet of Things. The term computer network we commonly use, with reference to the network of computers. Such kind of a network consists of a laptop, a desktop, a server, or a portable device like a tablet, smartphone, smartwatch, etc., which are connected to each other through wire or wireless medium. We can even communicate between these devices. These devices can also communicate with each other. Imagine, what if our bulbs, our fans, our refrigerator also became a part of this network? Can you think of the conversation they could have? Okay, don't think of the conversation. Think about the advantage and how easily tasks can be accomplished if all these devices with smart connectivity feature are able to communicate amongst themselves. And we are also able to communicate with them using our smartphones and computers. That is IoT, Internet of Things. It is a system of interconnected devices that collect data from the surrounding environment to enable increased reactivity and responsiveness. These data helps us to make better and more informed decisions. So they are talking of a place where every device can communicate with each other, and you can also communicate with all of them. So this is basically automated home system as of now. Just sitting at one place, you can just start the AC or the fan or the TV with your smartphone or your computer. That is called Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is a network of devices that have an embedded hardware and software to communicate with other devices on the same network. At present, you can find in most of the households, many devices have advanced hardware and software. These devices are used in isolation from each other with maximum human intervention needed for operational directions and input of data. So we all have, devices at our home, but to use a TV, you have to use a remote. That's the input device. To operate a fridge, you have to walk up till there. Yes. So these are the differences. So most of these devices need human intervention for operational purposes. IoT tends to bring these devices together to work in collaboration and assist each other in creating an intelligent network of things. So IoT is basically connecting anything, anyone, anytime, anything. It wants to bring together all the devices so that they can work in collaboration with each other and assist each other in creating an intelligent network of Internet of Things allows us to interact with different devices through internet with the help of smartphones or computers. Wouldn't it be convenient to have one interface to connect all the devices? Web is already being used as a system of communication with each other. Hence, we can have a web of things. Well, we leave this topic for another day. Let's go back to Internet of Things. So basically, IoT wants to bring together all devices so that they can work in collaboration with each other and assist each other in creating an intelligent network of things. Just imagine if a microwave oven, air conditioner, the door lock, CCTV cameras, and other such devices are enabled to connect to the internet, and we can access and remotely control them on the go using a smartphone. Honestly, this doesn't need an imagination. I know so many people who can unlock their house doors with their smartphones, and also the CCTV cameras. Uh, in this lockdown, I knew so many people who were monitoring their offices from home. They could see the CCTV footage sitting at their houses. This is this is Internet of Things. And Web of Things is basically having a common interface to connect all the devices. And web is anyways being used as a common interface. So it brings us to Web of Things. So with this, I end today's topic. Next class, we will start with a video of Internet of Things. So till then, stay home, stay safe, take care, and keep learning.